In 1954, the A-4 Skyhawk took flight. A simple design in a world obsessed with speed, power, and complexity. No supersonic glory, no cutting-edge weaponry, just a lightweight, low-tech attack aircraft. But in a twist of fate, this unassuming plane would become one of the longest-serving jets in history, flying for over 70 years. How did it survive when others fell? The 1950s were a revolution in aviation. Jets were the future. Powerful, fast, and costly. The shift from piston engines to jets came with a heavy price tag, and with it, new problems. Expensive to build, expensive to maintain, and requiring an army of highly skilled technicians just to keep them airborne. In an age where performance was king, the military was facing a dilemma. They needed planes, lots of them. But the new generation of jets were hard to mass produce, too expensive, and too complicated. The solution? A simpler way forward. Enter Edward Heinemann and his team at Douglas Aircraft. While everyone else chased higher speeds and more advanced weaponry, Heinemann focused on one thing: simplicity. Forget the frills. What if we could build a capable jet that was cheap, easy to maintain, and could be built in massive numbers? And so, the A-4 Skyhawk was born. The A-4 wasn't the fastest. It wasn't the most powerful. But it was light, compact, and surprisingly versatile. And most importantly, it was cheap. At just $860,000 per unit, it was a bargain compared to its rivals. The U.S. Navy, grappling with aging aircraft carriers, saw the Skyhawk as the answer. Small enough to operate off their ships, powerful enough to get the job done, and affordable enough to buy in bulk. With its small, simple triangle-shaped wing, large slats, and easy-to-repair landing gear, the A-4 was designed with efficiency in mind. Everything about it screamed no frills. There were no complex assemblies, no unnecessary luxury, just what was needed to do the job, and nothing more. Inside the fuselage? Simple. A thickened hull for protection, easy engine access, and smooth, clean lines for quick fixes in the field. This wasn't a plane that needed constant factory inspections. It could be patched up by a small crew in no time, making it a battlefield favorite. Powered by the Wright J65 engine, later upgraded to the Pratt & Whitney J52, the Skyhawk wasn't breaking any speed records. But it didn't need to. With subsonic speeds and a 1,000-mile range, it could do more than most aircraft in its class. And let's not forget about its buddy refueling system, a game-changer in mid-flight fuel sharing that boosted its range and operational flexibility. By the time production ended in 1979, nearly 3,000 Skyhawks had been delivered. From Vietnam to the Middle East, this humble aircraft served in some of the fiercest battles of the 20th century. It wasn't flashy, but it got the job done, and it kept flying. After leaving U.S. service in the 70s and 80s, the Skyhawk didn't fade into history. It found a second life. Countries like Argentina, Israel, and Kuwait snapped up the remaining aircraft, using them in conflicts like the Falklands War and Desert Storm. Its lightweight design made it ideal for small aircraft carriers. And even as newer jets came into service, the A-4 kept flying, serving on and off the battlefield. By the 2000s, Brazil was still using upgraded versions, proving that the Skyhawk had a longer life than anyone expected. The Skyhawk was never the fastest, never the most advanced, but its design made it indestructible. And that simplicity, that focus on doing what mattered, without the extra fluff, kept it in the air for decades. The A-4 Skyhawk, a simple, sturdy workhorse, quietly earned its place in the annals of military aviation history. A reminder that sometimes less is more. And that's the story of the A-4 Skyhawk, a plane that was never meant to be legendary, but became exactly that.